part of South Philly. Let's go see what the people have got to say. I'm ready to roll if they need me.
Now listen here, Dutch. The Mets and the Cowboys, they suck.
1, 2, 3, go Birds! Go Birds! Here we got 302BIRDS, Gino Stinks. Go Birds! Oh my gosh, Chad.
Your favorite Chicagoan. Go Phils.
As always, God bless. Go Birds.
Get your water ice and soft pretzels ready because you are now tuned into a 302BIRDS podcast experience. Proudly presented by TickPick, Nick's Pizza, El Diablo Burritos, and Klondike Kate's on the heart of Main Street. Let's take it to the show.
You know, I really miss hearing that Eagles chant. Don't you guys?
Yeah. It's really depressing, not gonna lie.
I mean, you're right, Jack. It is depressing in a way because time passes by, and but we did win the last game of the season, so you can't be upset about that part. But what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode, of course, of 302BIRDS. Graced in the presence tonight by Jack Dorton, KJ McCoy. We got an awesome show for you guys. Jaden backstage producing the show. We appreciate him. We got a really cool special guest calling in. But before all that, here's a quick rundown of everything we're going to talk about on this podcast. Mick Abel being called up tonight, starting for the Phillies. We'll talk about the MLB trade deadline approaching, the Phillies Pirates series this weekend. Maybe KJ will get Livy Dunn to comment on one of his TikToks again if he gets lucky. We'll talk about the Sixers series and who KJ thinks that the Sixers might pick with that third pick. We'll talk about the biggest hyped up game of this season for the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to talk about, is the Madden curse real, with Saquon Barkley being on the cover? And last but not least, foreshadowing, it probably is, because Saquon Barkley also announced that he may retire early like Barry Sanders, literally the day after Madden. Anyways, let's go ahead and kick it right into our call-in. Really excited to get him on the show. Want to thank Philly Luchador for joining us.
What do I want when I'm in the state of Delaware? Of course, El Diablo Burritos. Customer service always is serving your food with a smile on their face, asking how your day is. Their food is phenomenal as well. Their burritos are out of this world, one of the best burritos in town. Their queso is phenomenal. Their burrito bowls are amazing as well. When you're in and around Delaware, stop by your local El Diablo Burritos and tell them that 302BIRDS sent you. God bless, go Birds.
Like it said, if you're in and around Delaware, please stop your local El Diablo Burrito. They got the best burrito bowls in town and the best burritos known to man in the state of Delaware. How you doing tonight, Philly Luchador?
Luchador!
You muted.
Oh, no, he's muted. Yeah, he's muted.
You're muted.
Can I unmute him? Let me see. I can't.
Oh, here we go.
There we
Sorry.
go.
Yeah, we got him.
Sorry about that.
There he
How
is.
you guys? Good to see you again.
Pretty good. Not too bad.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. I mean, I'm dealing with this heat with work. You know, my regular job. This heat's killing me.
Yeah, man, it's going to get worse, man. Tomorrow's going to be 88 degrees. It's going to be a
Yeah.
steamy.
Yeah, I'm trying to
gonna be
figure out ways
steamy.
to keep cool because it can get brutal where I work.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not outdoors, but I'm like close as outdoors as you can get.
Yeah, those out. I mean, close enough to it.
How are you guys doing? So you got
Good.
Pretty good.
What Philly stuff do you have for Eagle Philadelphia sports talk do you have for us?
Well, I got like a couple questions. I mean, number one is with the Sixers, the draft coming up. Who do you guys think they're going to get? And what do you think they're going to do in this offseason? Because it's kind of weird that this team is like so like lackadaisical right now. I don't even know where they're going. You know?
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
it,
I mean, I
AJ.
guess I'll go first as a Sixers expert here. My number one target for this team, obviously with the third pick, I really do think that Ace Bailey is the guy to get. I think Ace Bailey, yes, he went to Rutgers. It's not known as a basketball school. I think this guy, we are going to, just like how we really look back at it now and we're like, oh my gosh, we should have drafted Jason Tatum. I honestly think that's going to happen if we pass up on Ace Bailey. I think that kid has, yes, he has a lot of raw talent, but I do think that he has a lot of upside to his game. And he's very similar. He,
Well, I think we lost him.
Oh no.
His phone might have died. He did say if we lose him and he freezes, it might be his. Oh, wait. He looks like he's back now. It's Wi-Fi. There we go.
I'm good. All right, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Am I good?
Yes.
All right, cool.
He said, I'm out. I'm out of here.
What happened?
And now
What is
you're
going
back.
on?
Now you're
Am
back.
I good now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
As
Cool.
soon as he says he's good, he
So I
needs to
feel
stop
like
saying
this
he's
guy.
good.
All right, yeah, I'm good. Okay, cool. So I feel like how Giannis Antetokounmpo was skinny at first and how he kind of had to gain muscle. I think that's what's going to happen with Ace Bailey. So I think that's what people are really concerned about, that he's young, skinny, and that he won't be ready for the NBA.
Oh, yeah. Maybe his phone just died now. Luchador, what do you want the Sixers to do?
No, I'm on the same page with him. I'm more concerned about the guys who are still here. Like, what are we going to do with Paul George and the deal with Embiid? Like, it's a shame because when he is healthy, he's one of the most dominating players in the NBA. But the guy can't. He spends more time off than he does on. It's a shame.
Yeah, I've always been an Embiid hater recently because he's a generational talent at center, and I enjoy watching him play. But the thing is, he's just injury prone. He hasn't really played a full season of basketball since he joined the league, because his official rookie year, he sat out because he was injured.
Yeah.
So I think where we're at right now is we got to move on from him. Joel Embiid, I'm sorry, but I mean, we should have traded him probably about a year ago, because now that he's played with all these injuries, it's tough for us to kind of trade him off for good capital, because I can guarantee you all the teams in the league are watching him and how he's not consistently on the court every game, and it just when he plays maybe half the games. So I'm not a big fan of that. And so we need to move on from him. But sneaky pick. I like the guy from Illinois, Kasparis Jakunis. He's a good shooting guard. I watched him in the March Madness tournament, and I think he was legit, and I think he'd be a good pick for us too. I know he's I think he's right now ranked 11th, I think, out of the top 25 for a draft pick. So that's who I'm looking at.
Yeah, it sounds pretty decent. Yeah, I'm only knowledgeable about a handful of the draft picks coming in. I mean, it's been a weird couple years for me with college basketball that I haven't been keeping track of it. So like I don't, I hear name and then I'll just research and watch some videos on them, but I'm not like too keen about it. But I just wanted opinions about like the Sixers in general, because I want to be a Sixers fan. I only went to one. I don't think I went to one game last season, and it's like, okay, I've got all these masks and stuff, and I'm not using them because this team sucks.
And that's one question actually, which is a great transition I had. I love the commitment to Philly sports that you have with the masks. I love, luchadorism. It's something that I loved as a kid, the high flying, everything about it. It's just exciting. How many masks do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
I actually just recently answered this question because I never knew. I just never kept track of it. But I'm sitting here in my office because, I'm a big union guy now. So I tried to like put all my luchador stuff in here too. So I put all my masks together and I decided to count them. So as of right now, I'm sitting at 61 masks, and I think I have 3 on the way.
Wow. Do you have a favorite?
This one I'm wearing right now is one of my favorites. I have another one that's like a City Connect with a blue mohawk. That one is good. And the Eagles one with the Eagles logos on the side, the one from that I wore the night of the Super Bowl and the day of the parade. That one's one of my favorites too. Just to me, it's about comfort too. And like this was like really comfortable, so I could wear this when it's really hot out and everything.
Yeah, if you can wear it all day and rock it, man, that's freaking awesome. I know when you let me wear the mask at the event, that made my night, man. That was one of my favorite parts of the event. So seriously, thank you. Thank you for being a great Philly sports fan. Thank you for what you do. I mean, we appreciate you. I feel like I got to only meet you only a year ago, but I feel like I've known you longer. You just have a great, infectious personality. You're polite to everybody, but when people see you, it's like an aura. You know what I mean? Like it's awesome.
The funny thing I'm finding out is like when I go to places, like I live in Northeast Philadelphia, and I'll be at bars, and I grab my mask and I put it on to like take a picture of somebody, and then somebody will come up to me and they're like, "Are you this guy?" And they'll show me a picture that he took with me like last season at the Eagles tailgate, or I'll be down the shore with my mask on, and these people are like, "Oh yeah, are you the guy who's in right field in the Phillies games and stuff like that?" Like that stuff's like really cool to me. Like I love doing it, and it's a whole thing with me now. It's kind of it's taken over. You know, everything that I do outside of work is like trying to make this thing a whole lot better and a lot more fun. And just like you said to me, like I appreciate you guys too, man. You guys are awesome. You guys have been nothing but awesome since the first time I met you guys.
I appreciate that. We appreciate that. It means a lot. Goes a long way for sure.
And Dalt, seeing you at the White House, man, I was like, that's my boy, man. That's my boy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That was awesome. And shout out to Bird's Nest Media, our guy Joe Donahue. I got to introduce you to him. He would love you, dude. He would get a kick out of you. I'm trying to bring him to some tailgates next year, and I would love to introduce you guys because that's the cool part about Philly sports is meeting awesome people every year. And like the fan base just keeps growing. I was on a Cowboys fan podcast last night. I'll keep it really quick. But I was on a podcast and these guys were like, "Oh yeah, nothing compares to America's team fan base." I'm like, what? All the Lakers, Yankees, and Cowboys fans that are all scattered in between the audience. Like you got 3 cities right there. In Philadelphia, everybody's 4 for 4. Everybody loves it. Really 5 for 5, man.
Yeah, I'd say 5 for 5. My friends bust my balls about me saying 5 for 5, but I'm 5 for 5. Like I love going down to the Union games as much as I can and going to the other. Like I try with my social media, like even if I see other people who are trying to do like Philly sports related stuff, I'm trying to like hype them up and like be a part in there with them and hype them up. And then also like if I see them in the stadium, I'm like, hey, let me take a picture. I'll tag you. I'll post you guys out and everything like that because it's nothing but love with this whole thing. I love it, man.
We appreciate you again, man. Please let the people know who listen to our podcast where they can give you a follow as well.
I'm on Instagram at the real Philly Luchador on Instagram, and on there you can link to all my other social medias. Everything's Facebook Philly Luchador, Twitter I think it's like Philly_Luchador, and the real Philly Luchador on Instagram. That's the easiest way to find me.
Sounds good. Well, appreciate you coming on the show tonight, and we hope to have you back.
Thank you for having me, and just let me know. I'm more than happy to come on with you guys.
Sounds good, brother. Have a good night.
All right, you guys take care. Take care, everybody.
Peace.
See you, Philly Luchador.
See ya.
Yeah.
So I'll hit this intro really quick because I know KJ was in the middle of his Sixers take before Wi-Fi took over. So with all due respect to KJ, hit that intro.
You are now listening to KJ's Court Sixers Talk presented by the Sleeper app.
Well, yeah, I apologize for the technical difficulties. I was in my car and my phone died, unfortunately. But now we're back, and we're back in the studio in the McCoy Cave. But yeah, the Sixers, man, as I was saying before.
Okay. Sorry, I misclicked the button. That's my fault.
Okay, cool. I really do think the best pick would be Ace Bailey, but there is a lot of talks about this Trey Johnson guy that, as you can see, with the sporting the Baylor jersey, he's supposed to be a great player as well. He's more of a guard. So, I mean, I don't really know why we would draft another guard. You already have Jared McCain. You already have Tyrese Maxey. So I don't see why you would try and get another guard. Where, I mean, with Ace Bailey, he's really like a forward. So I think that would be the best move. And also, I mean, like, he is a developing player, but I think it's just a player that you don't want to pass up on and be like, oh my God, we just lost on. We literally just passed up on a guy that is like a future talent. He's another Kevin Durant kind of player. And also that brings up the option of what people are saying that we might trade the pick, get Kevin Durant. That would be so stupid as a franchise to actually trade for another old player. I don't know why we want to do anything like that. We've already tried that with James Harden. We've tried that now with Paul George. So why do it again and again? These two teams that are in the finals right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers, they're young teams. They are very young teams. They're some of the youngest teams in the league. So hopefully Daryl Morey sees this finals matchup, realizes, okay, we want to be like that in the next couple of years. Well, you need young players, and that's the main thing. We have McCain. We have Maxey. We have a Dean Bona as well. And then I think we have some other young pieces. But then if you get a guy like Ace Bailey or Trey Johnson, I think that would be great. So it's going to be exciting. It's coming in about a couple weeks. So it'll be around the 25th, I believe. So that's when the draft will happen. And it's going to be a really interesting one because I think there's going to be a bunch of trades. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ace Bailey is your go-to pick. But before you hopped off, KJ, I mentioned about the kid from Illinois, Chris Stop. Let me say it again. Kasparis, Jack, whatever, however to pronounce the name. I watched him a lot. He's from Illinois. I watched him a lot in the March Madness tournament, and he's actually like the heartbeat. He was.
Is he frozen for you too, KJ?
Yeah, he is. We've been having a lot of difficulties, guys. We're sorry about that.
Now he's back. There you go.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Well, that kid from Illinois, Kasparis, whatever, Yakunez, I think that'd be a good pick for us to have too.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you got his name right there. Let's hope that you don't go out there to announce the draft pick or the dude's not going to want to come play here.
Yeah, it's always a gamble getting those kind of European players. Sometimes they end up amazing. I mean, you can look at Dirk Nowitzki, Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I mean, a lot of those players, like it's always a jump ball with them. And then the players that don't work out, Darko Milicic. So I think with a guy getting a European, that guy is European, probably you're talking about, right? He's got to be. There's no way he's not. So I
believe
think
he was. He just, I know he's resetting his Wi-Fi. There's like a Wi-Fi storm going on or something.
Yeah, we're sorry, guys, about
the guys, but it's all good. I'll say this too. I wanted to see if Dennis will join. If he joins, we can go back to the Sixers. Jack's back now, but let's go ahead and keep it running because I know we also got to keep the show moving. We're at 20 minutes and we still got Ballpark Tommy to run through. Time for Phillies talk with Ballpark Tommy. Finger stitch. So KJ, I'll let you take this one first, then you can take it after Jack. But Mick Abel, loved what we saw from this kid, and now he's called up tonight.
Yeah, so I was at the game where Mick Abel actually made his debut and where he really took the crowd by storm, where that day was really about Paul Skeens and also about Jose Alvarado's suspension. But he was just able to honestly, I mean, rain on their parade and really kind of make it his show. So today, from what I've seen, I've heard that he's been a total ace. Right now it's 1-1. That's the updated score. Also, I'm trying to look at the stats as well right now. I can't really pull it up right now, but once I do, I will get those for you guys in a second. But yeah, it's hard to pull up on Google.
What do you think, Jack? Well, he's pulling up the stats.
Yeah, I think Mick Abel needs to stay in the rotation because we saw what he did on his debut and he pitched a gem. And the fact that we sent him down back to the minors after he pitched a gem just blows my mind. That's one position that we've struggled at is pitching, and Mick Abel is the answer. And then Andrew Painter, once he comes up in the league, I think you got to have the young arms, and that's kind of our bread and butter. So I think he stays in his rotation now, and then once Andrew Painter moves up, I think we'll be golden.
Well, right now it looks like they actually went with Kirkering right now. So it is the bottom of the 6th. So they did pull out Mick Abel, unfortunately. So they decided to not really give him any more innings. I don't know when he got pulled out. I was not watching the game fully. But, yeah, as this guy just says, Ness, we do need bullpen help. We definitely do. And we're going to get into that for sure. We're going to get into some trade deadline maybe propositions. We'll see what happens. Maybe some acquisitions we go for. So, yeah, Kirkering has been frustrating. I agree with that. He definitely has. He's been frustrating for a couple of years. It sucks because at first he was really promising. And he really had a really good fastball to his game. And that seemed like that was really dominant with his game. But now it just seems like he's really like, it seems like these players really know what his tendencies are. And it's just very predictable.
Yeah. I'll say this really quick about Mick Abel. Mick Abel is the reason that Livy Dunn commented on KJ McCoy's TikTok. So if it wasn't for Mick Abel, that would have never happened. That was a pretty cool moment in 302 Birds history. Cool, and on top of all of it, dude's a stud. Cool. So happy for Mick. I know he's also been a part of the Phillies organization for a minute now. So it's good to see him have his success. But as we approach the deadline in the MLB, is there anyone that either of you guys would like? Do you guys think that the Phillies need to do anything? Are you okay with where they're at? If you don't want to answer, that's okay too. Either way, just let me know. Jack's out. He's like, yeah, MLB, fuck that.
I got some names. And one of the names, and I've talked about this a couple of times, Cedric Mullins. I think getting a center fielder like him, I think that would be awesome. Right now, the Orioles aren't doing that great. There's been talks about him getting traded. I think if we pass up on him and another team gets him, I feel like that's going to be like a missed opportunity once again, kind of like how we missed on Jazz Chisholm last year. And I think with center field, it's really a jump ball right there because sometimes you have a Rojas or you have Brandon Marsh. So it's like it rotates around really in that center field position. So, if we can just have like a permanent center fielder, an all-star center fielder, I think that would be great. And then also their pitcher, I forget his name, but he's like 6'8". He looks like he could play basketball. He's freaking insane too. That would be great to have another arm in this bullpen.
Felix Bautista, is it that dude?
Yeah, Felix Bautista. Yes.
That's what I want is a closer. Yeah, I'm glad you and I are under the same mindset because that was my take. The one note I had is I want a late closer because Alvarado's out for the postseason.
I think with Dombrowski, he's got to realize that obviously Alvarado's out for the rest of the season. Can't even play him in the postseason. So go get a guy like Felix Bautista who can be kind of your Jose Alvarado kind of guy who can close out games and be a dominant closer for this team. Because as our buddy in the comments, Ness just says, this bullpen needs some help. And this pitching rotation needs some help as well. So if we can get any kind of pitchers, I think that'd be great. And I know we've done some moves with some pitchers for a couple years. Like obviously we got a couple years ago, the guy who I forget where we got him from, but there was Michael Lorenzen. I don't know if you guys remember that guy. He threw a no-hitter, I believe, or a perfect game. And he just stayed here for about like a season. So hopefully this deadline, if we do get somebody, we obviously extend them because it just seems like every time we get like a move, it seems like we kind of just move on from that player. The only guy that I can think of that we actually stuck by from a trade deadline was Brandon Marsh. Unfortunately, I would have not probably kept him by now, but he's still here, unfortunately. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think this team, if they can make a move like that, maybe get some Orioles players or maybe go for some other players on some other teams. I think they could probably keep this team more consistent because there are some question marks sometimes with this roster.
Hey, God damn it. No Brandon Marsh slander will be tolerated with our boy Brandon Marsh updates.
That's right.
All
yeah,
right.
sure.
Shout out to BMU. If you guys don't know him, he's a really good dude. He came to our event and he runs a hilarious meme page. But
Yes.
Brandon Marsh updates. Do not shit talk Brandon Marsh. I'll stand by BMU.
Yeah.
But last but not least for the Phillies, before we move on to the second half of the show, the Eagles, we got Dennis backstage warming up. He's here, celebrity guest appearance. But the Pirates series this weekend, like I said, Livy Dunn will probably be in town. Are you driving to Pittsburgh, KJ?
I am not, unfortunately. I am not because I'm just not. I'm going to be at the shore and I'll be watching the game from there. And actually, maybe I'll stop by Ocean City and go see some real pirates at Castaway Cove. So maybe I'll do that. Go see the pirate and the parrots. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I think this pirate series will be obviously a one where we can sweep them again. We can swab the poop deck over there in Pittsburgh. Don't you know? Arg. So that's always a fun series because of the whole Pennsylvania rivalry. It's not like the Steelers and the Eagles, but I mean it's still really cool. And I mean they do call it like a rivalry, so I think it's fun. I mean we own them though. We definitely do, and even the Pirates fans will tell you that.
I love it. Yeah. It cracked me up because the video of I'm thinking of Philly captain.
Yeah.
Nobody vacations in Pittsburgh, buddy.
Yes.
I want somebody to go to Pittsburgh and scream that this weekend there and see the reaction of the Yins, I guess they call them.
I think our buddy Broad Sports is going.
Maybe we should get him to recreate that because that would be freaking hilarious if he said that and got, like, even if he walked out at the end, nobody vacations in Pittsburgh. Just like that. That's all you got to say.
He might do that. He definitely, if we tell him that, he might do that. And he might get a comment from Livy Dunn as well. That'd be awesome.
There you go. Right. Yeah. Now we're cooking with gasoline for you and Broad. But
yes,
last but not least, we got the Eagles for you guys in the second half of the show. What I'm really excited for. And the first thing we're going to talk about with our special guest backstage warming up, let's bring him on. Oh, wait, he's not. Oh, wait, there he is. Yeah. Dennis!
The Menace!
Dennis!
Dennis! The Menace! The Menace! The Menace!
What's up?
As you can see, a studio is now evolved.
Look at that. Woo!
Wow. That looks good, buddy.
Could it be a day of,
Wait, what?
Could it be a day of
shooting something?
Why? Could it be a day of, hey, Jack, how you doing?
Hey, buddy, how are you? I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, I'm confused. Is he about to shoot something, or what is he going to do?
No,
don't shoot anything.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, what is your most hyped up? I think I know the answer to this already. I mean, it was actually a topic of a podcast I went on last night. But Dennis the Menace, what's your most hyped up game that you're looking forward to?
Why do I gotta be a menace? All because of one thing today.
Sweetheart.
One thing in the group chat today, and now I'm the menace. Like,
no, KJ's always called you the Menace because.
Well, no, now it's blown up because KJ's blown it up. You already know what game is important. There's only one game that matters. We could win this game and lose the rest of the season, and I wouldn't care. The home opener to watch the banner go up and watch the Cowboys cry that they haven't raised one in 20-some years. That is the game that matters.
Yep.
I do not think we should do it in Midnight Green. I'd be okay with a blackout. I'd be okay with Kelly Green. But I'm telling you, this game needs to be hyped up, blown up, blasted out. Put the Super Bowl patch on whatever jersey you're wearing, and I'm telling you, blow it up. You do a blackout or you do Kelly Green, and you set that stadium ablaze. You do what the Phillies did when they did Dancing on My Own, and I'm telling you, we're going to break the Richter scale. That's what that game needs to be on a Thursday night. You need to show the league and put the league on notice that this is not where you want to play football. You need to show the NFL why the mistake of last year of playing in Brazil for the first game and taking away a home game from us was a mistake.
Yep.
It's that simple. Set the tone.
It definitely
you got to set the tone the first week, because then, the rest of the season, they know what they're coming into at the link. So, yeah, I agree. This game is the most important game, especially we're raising our second banner. We're playing against our rival, and we got to show the league that Philadelphia is not meant to be messed with at all with taking away a game from us last season. So, yeah, you got to set yourself up, because this is going to be a tough season, 100%, without a doubt in my mind. This is going to be a tough season for these Eagles. And if you set the tone week 1, home opener, then the fans, the players of whoever we play at home next understand that this is business, and you don't want to mess with us at all. So I 100% agree with that, Dennis.
Yeah, I do think that this is the most hype game. I do think that it does hold a lot of hype to it. Finally playing the Cowboys game 1. We haven't done that on home opener for years. We haven't done that since the pickle game, right? Was that the last time we done?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a crazy game. So, I mean, yeah, this game is huge for the rivalry. It definitely is. It's huge for the NFL in general. So I think, obviously the Eagles putting up the Super Bowl championship banner, that's going to be insane. I'll be there for that game. I cannot wait.
We're all going to be there. We're going to find a way to be there.
Most of us will be there. So that's going to be super hype. I do got to ask Dennis this, though. I don't know if you know this or not, but if you remember 2017, when we won the Super Bowl, the next year, obviously, I think we played, the home opener was against the Falcons or whoever it was. I remember this. We had the patch that says Super Bowl champions.
They did wear
it. This one I was going to ask about it. Do the players who weren't involved with the Super Bowl, do they still have to wear it?
If I remember correctly, they all had them.
Okay. All right. Because I was always curious they did. Because, that might be weird.
I can go back and I can check the highlights, and I can definitely tweet it later and post it and tag you in it. But if I remember correctly, because I was there too, if I remember, they did all have them.
Okay.
Because even when Carson was on the sideline, Carson had one on his jersey, but he was in the game still.
Well,
somebody, I forget who it was that we brought in, had it.
Like Mike Wallace. I know Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace did have it.
He did have it. Okay. He did. Okay. Now I remember we did. Yeah. Now I kind of remember that. Yep.
Because all of us were all like wire players that weren't on the team wearing it.
Yeah. So they probably should remove it, to be honest. If you didn't put it on the team, just don't give it to those players, because it's kind of weird. But I don't know what you guys think, Jack or Dalt. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I agree. Some of those games, that game will probably be the rookies, first career game in the NFL. So they'll have their NFL career.
The rookie patch, first game, all that.
Yeah. So I think these guys who weren't involved in the team, they're gonna respect that, because that's that would be a backhand compliment. Like, okay, well, even though it's our banner raising game, I'm gonna wear it too, even though I wasn't involved in the game at all or the season at all. So I think we'll see some players that weren't involved not have the patch on. I think that would be the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's funny. I am in the same boat as everyone else. So we are a 4-for-4 podcast tonight. All 4 of us are most hyped up about week 1 when we play the Dallas Cowboys. And like I said, shout out to the Cowboy Up podcast. All awesome guys. But I went on there last night as a villain, and they were like, do you think that the Cowboys deserve to play the Eagles? Because a lot of people are saying we don't deserve to play the Eagles. I'm like, oh, you guys definitely deserve to play the Eagles. I'm like, that's the beautiful part about this rivalry, is when we're 16-0 and you guys are 0-16 and it's a competitive game, or vice versa. When you guys are 16-0 really good and we're 0-16 and it's a competitive game. That's what makes this rivalry great. That's why this rivalry hasn't repeated twice with a divisional winner since the 2000s or something. It's been almost 25 years, a quarter of a century, which is nuts. But I want to just read a couple places for you guys really quick. Blockbuster. Radio Shack, Sears, MapQuest, Motorola, dial-up internet phones. That's the last time that the Cowboys were elite. So am I worried about this game?
VHS tapes?
Hell no. Like I said, a quarter of a century, guys. We are getting
Sorry,
old.
I'm saying VHS tapes. I mean, that's the last time. Think about it.
I know I could say VHS tapes.
Okay,
but I feel
shut
like
up.
VHS tapes is kind of played out. You know what I mean? Like
I
everybody
love
goes
saying
right
it,
to
though.
the
It's
heart of
hilarious.
Cowboys fans, and they're like, oh,
Hollywood Video. Blockbuster.
Yeah, I know that's a slow burn. Is what
Kmart.
If you just really want to hurt them, though, and it's funny because I went on there and Cowboys Chris White commented. She's like, "There's a lot of tension here tonight." I'm like, "Sorry, I didn't mean to do that," but that's the Eagles fan effect.
That's the
right?
champion.
But the last thing I'll say is that just Cowboys fans are very excited for this game, about as much as us. And that's, I think, what makes this game very exciting. If there's a game that I'm not excited to see because Eagles Cowboys and I'm biased, believe it or not, I'm kind of excited for that Black Friday game. The Friday game this past year was kind of fun. It sucked that it was away. I believe that this game is home for the Eagles.
It's
so
home.
It is. It's the Bears.
It's
yeah,
the
a
Bears.
home Friday game.
The Bears.
Birds. That kind of sounds crazy. Like, I'm very excited to see what the bar scene is going to be like that night. So I think Eagles Bears on Black Friday could be an absolute nightmare. The day after Thanksgiving, it's going to get nuts.
The Bears, the Birds.
All I'm saying is during the tailgate is somebody better not touch my hot dogs. That's all I'm saying.
Whoa. What is that supposed to mean, Dennis?
I'll make sure Reed Blankenship's there.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. He can go himself. He can get the Madden curse and take it from Barkley. Go Kim.
The Super Bowl champion now. You got to give Reed some credit. I'm going to get you a Reed jersey.
Reed, if you're
now.
watching this, we do love you. Dennis,
I
still
love
loves
you. KJ loves you. Jack loves you. Dennis doesn't love you.
Reed, what did you do in the Super Bowl that even made you relevant during the game? Absolutely nothing.
Lockdown, baby. Lockdown the receivers.
All right, this is a debate
Lock
for
down
another
my
day.
ass.
But point being, Dennis, I'll let you take it first as our guest. Is Saquon Barkley now going to be cursed by the Madden curse?
Do you see the leap he's doing in the picture? Do you see the leap he's doing in the picture? All right, so when is the last time that somebody had the Madden curse, was the offensive player of the year, but wasn't the MVP? Can anybody name that?
Mahomes?
I think you're right, but I can't remember. I'm asking as a serious question.
I don't know. I'm going with KJ.
So the Madden curse was broken by Patrick Mahomes on
Bingo, bingo, bingo.
the first or second Super Bowl they won. I was looking at it. I think when they played.
Well, he technically didn't break it because he did get hurt, but he was only out for a game. He wasn't out for the season. The Madden curse technically reigns as they're done for the season.
Yeah.
So, with that said, I do not think the Madden curse will affect him as long as he sticks to the recipe of what they did last year. Saquon said it in an interview the other day. He thinks that they can repeat. He doesn't see why they can't. They already know what the recipe is to win the Super Bowl and get there. So as long as they can stick to that recipe and they can build that offensive line with losing Becton, he should be fine. But of course, there's always that freak accident. Think of the T.O. injury. That was a freak accident. Nobody thought that would ever happen, and it happened. Because if it didn't happen, we'd probably have 3 rings right now. But in the way that this league is, we sure as hell ain't MetLife Stadium. So any of you Giants fans that are watching, our field's better than yours. Shove it. Okay? Jets fans, our field's better than yours. Shove it. Go get your own stadium. So no, I do not think Saquon has anything to worry about, but I would keep it in the back of your mind like, hey, this is a thing. It has taken out players in the past, and when players have come back from it, they have never been the same.
Dennis, I love that you are being so positive because I've never seen you be so positive. That
Well, you know,
scares
I
the
had to be
shit out of me.
negative today. You know, I had to be negative for certain aspects today.
Please,
So
say it.
I'm trying to be nice. You know, see, look, I'm gonna even give Jack a compliment. Jack, your hairline looks so phenomenal today.
Oh, thank you.
I can tell that you have not blasted your head against a wall or a punching dummy.
Yes, I have not done that in a while.
KJ, you always just thank you for being a friend and answering my phone call earlier.
Of course, man. Of course.
And for the negative one, Dalt, because you never call me, you never text me, you're always busy. But I still love you.
This
It's
isn't
okay
the time
because we're
to
still
do this,
friends.
buddy. We're recording a live show. Jesus Christ, we got to keep it moving.
No,
I'll
but you
call
see,
after.
it was positive, but it was nice. But I also there's no Madden curse. We're fine.
Point is, there's definitely a Madden curse. I heard bad news yesterday. Saquon Barkley comes out literally like hours, it might have been, after the game came out. And he said, I think I might potentially, maybe, could retire early like Barry Sanders did. Are you kidding me? Like that is the curse like that. Right away, right at work. That is the curse working against us. And you can ask Jack. We have played Madden our whole lives. It's arguably, it is my favorite video game. I'm not even going to, I was going to say maybe college football, but it's definitely Madden. Madden is what I played my whole life. I should be super excited about this. I should be over the moon about Saquon Barkley being on the cover of Madden. Want to go to Geno's. Want to go get my picture taken out there. Woo! Look at this. He did it. No, I know that this is Goodell and the No Fun League at work. They are hard at work trying to stop the dynasty, which is about to go down. And that pisses me off. It really upsets me because I think that it just happened like that. And if you see Saquon Barkley retire, I did the math. I think Barry Sanders played 10 seasons and Saquon Barkley was drafted in 2018, if I'm not wrong. If he retires early, maybe 2017. Point is, if he retires in 2028, I'm going to be an upset man.
Let's duly note Barry Sanders only retired because the Detroit Lions wouldn't trade him. Let's just.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
True. Very true.
That had nothing. It wasn't nothing to do that he didn't want to play because he has openly said it numerous years, every year. I wanted to continue to play. I did not want to retire, but I did not want to stay with Detroit because we could not win there. He wanted to go win. They didn't want to give him up because they knew he was the money, and that's what everybody wanted to see. And he was trapped. Why do you think, again, they did it to somebody else? Megatron, Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson retired because he was tired of not being able to win. He wanted to go do his own thing. He wanted to go somewhere else, and they would not get rid of him. They got him a quarterback and still couldn't win because they would not build around him.
Yeah, I think with the whole potential retirement, it sucks. I mean, hearing this kind of news, I'm not too worried, but also, I mean, having that kind of quote, I mean, him just saying that out of nowhere is a little concerning. But I do think, especially if this guy can still ball out just like he did last year, I think he's going to want to keep it going. I mean, I think that he's that motivational of a player. I mean, he's a really good teammate. But that would also suck because, I mean, we're paying him for how many years now? 4 years?
3.
3. Okay, 3. So, I mean, that would be 1 year where he doesn't play and we would still be paying him. I mean, that's okay. But still, I mean, like, we're paying you for 3 years for you to play. So you just signed that extra 1 year deal. Why are you saying now you want to retire? You might want to retire. I mean, you're hinting to that. So it is a little concerning, but I do think there is some light at the tunnel. I do think, especially if this team is competitive like they were last year and obviously a Super Bowl contender, I don't think he's going to want to leave. I don't think he's going to want to retire. The only reason he would want to retire is to really be with his kids, maybe to kind of help his health out because, I mean, you've seen obviously there's been some players in the NFL later in life. There's been a lot of talks about CTE and everything like that. But I think with Saquon, though, he wants to do what's best for him, what's best for his family. So, I mean, if he's got to retire, I mean, that's really unfortunate. And, I mean, we'll all be drained and we will all be just like shocked and just heartbroken. But, I mean, he still goes down as probably the best Eagles running back of all time. I mean, even after one season, he had that legendary of a season, nearly breaking Eric Dickerson's record. And he probably would have beat it if he got to play that last game. So, I mean, the guy is sensational. And, I mean, he deserves everything he gets. But also this Madden curse, I'll tell you this. I know we've seen it. There's a lot of players, obviously, Antonio Brown, he got hurt or whatever, or also the Gronk got hurt, or there was always some Peyton Hillis was a cover athlete. McNabb, the last Eagle to be a cover
Atlanta
athlete.
game.
Yeah, so I think with Saquon, though, like he seems so like a Madden. He seems like a kid right now. When he was talking about Madden, he was saying how much fun it was growing up. Playing the game like Madden 04 with Michael Vick donning the cover. So I think he knows really the whole legacy it takes. And I think he wants to prove people wrong and show that this Madden curse is just a bunch of hoopla. So I know we all saw Dalton's video and we were all concerned, but I was not concerned because I do think this Madden curse is just a bunch of malarkey. It's a bunch of crap. I do think if he really stays to his routines, he stays to who he is, stays who he is as a teammate, I think he'll be fine. And I do not think this team will be so-called cursed or whatever. So all that voodoo stuff can just shove it. Get out of here.
If they go out and win another Super Bowl or 2 Super Bowls, hopefully, I'm cool. I'm good.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. That's understandable because that's going to take a toll on your body. But if they go out and get like knocked out of the playoffs next year, you better believe I'm definitely blaming it on this video game. I have to buy a copy now. I mean, it's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah, you have to at this point. I mean, I can't even just buy the digital version. I'm with you on that. But I
might have to go get a copy. And if you want to come with me, Dennis, we can go do it together. We got to get like a priest or something to bless it so that maybe it reverses the curse. I don't know. Because like I said, I'm sure you have too, Dennis. We've all played Madden our whole lives, like Saquon. It's really cool. But at the same time, as an Eagles fan, I'll say this. The stats are not in our favor. Yes, some people have beaten the Madden curse, but it doesn't mean that you're subject to it not. And I wonder if it's an ego thing. I really do. Because when you're on the cover of Madden, that does a lot for a guy. And I don't think Saquon has an ego. I want to be crystal clear about that. But I just hope that we don't see a downtrend on this team because of the hype and the Super Bowl fame and all that came with that.
So the one thing, Jack, I'm going to say one thing before you go because I know you got to say something about this. I want you guys to really think about something with Saquon with this retirement thing. And if somebody can put all 4 things up here, because I don't want the whole screen, because I want everybody to be in on this, because this is something that we all really need to think about.
Yes.
With injuries, leg injuries, I've been there. I've had them. Some of us have all played sports. We've all had leg injuries. Leg injuries are the worst to come through and go through. How many surgeries has this guy been through with his legs already? His legs are not 100%. He can say his legs are 100% all you want, but they're not. And he openly admitted that with the Giants, that his body was banged up because he couldn't stay healthy. And a lot of his injuries were all lower body. There was a select few that were up top, but a majority were down low. And the one thing that you can compare to that is Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce's back is shot. There's times that he can't even get up, but his legs are shot too. And I'm going to say it, Dalt, you're not going to be a fan of it. If he retires after this one, I'd be okay with it. The man got us a ring. He did his time. He gave his time to the league. He switched teams, came back to the state that he's from. He threw down. He got us to where we needed to be. And it's the same thing that I said with Jason Kelce. We also, as fans, have to get the ego out of our head that they owe us something, because they don't. Ultimately, when we pay for our tickets, we've paid for that day. We didn't pay for their entire career. We paid for that game. We need to respect what they've done for the league, respect what they've done for the team in the time that they've been there. As much as I bust Reed Blankenship's balls, I still respect the guy for what he does. Because at the end of the day, it's a team game. There's no I in team.
What did we just hear?
What the fuck?
What did we just hear?
Again, So, but again, like all seriousness, like we have to be willing to accept that if he wants to retire, then he's going to retire. We have to accept that and be okay with it.
Yeah.
I agree with the one Super Bowl. What about you, Jack? How many rings does Saquon need to get to retire?
I think he may have been thinking about retirement, for quite some time. If he was just so brash, just coming out the other day saying, I'm going to retire maybe in a year. But yeah, like Dennis said, I think he's done everything that we have asked of him. And if we had him for a 1-year contract, he answered everything we needed from him. It's going to suck, but like at the end of the day, we're not putting our body, us as fans, we're not putting our body out in the line getting crushed like every down. So it's wear and tear on the body. And if he is truly not 100% anymore, then we got to respect that and, just wish him good luck for the rest of his life.
So I have a stat for you just to think about this because I pulled up his injury stuff. He had an ACL tear, MCL sprain in week 2 of the 2020 season. Suffered a torn ACL, MCL in his right knee. So let's think about that. The right knee's already shot. It's already been repaired. It could be anything that could make it messed up. Go to 2019. He had multiple ankle sprains, including a high ankle sprain in 2019, and then the low ankle sprain in 2021, which was the same ankle and everything. Suffered an elbow sprain in 2023, and now he also has neck issues from a stinger that he had got in 2022. So he has put in his time. He's banged up. Yes, he may be getting better because time heals it. But as far as those surgeries, as somebody that's done it to both knees, you are never the same. And I'm sorry to tell y'all, he is never going to be the same. You may have hit his peak. We may have hit his peak last season. And he could be on a downward motion, or he could ride it out for another year and be fine. But again, we have to be willing to accept that this man has been in the league for 6 years, 7 years, almost 8, whatever it is. He just changed teams. He came to us last season. His first season with us goes for over 2,000 yards, almost breaks Dickerson's record, and gets us a Super Bowl. And really didn't even do anything in the Super Bowl except, draw a bunch of attention and open it up for everybody else, which there's nothing wrong with. But he gave his time to the league, and he gave his time to the Philadelphia Eagles. And for the 2 games that I was at, I paid for that time. Thank you, Saquon Barkley. Thank you for the ring. If you chose to retire, I appreciate you. God bless you, and God bless your kids and your wife, because your wife's hot. Just saying.
Oh.
Stay out my DMs.
Oh my God. You are a savage. What the hell?
I want to say this as well. Like Dennis said, thank you for the moments, Barkley. Because like some of those moments as Eagles fans, KJ got to see the snow game live. Me and KJ got to go to the Packers game together. Like that stuff I'll never forget. I have like a little shrine in here. As you guys can see, the flag, the banners. The banners already hung in here. But we will be going to banner night with Dennis and KJ, and hopefully Jack can come too. That'll be a good time. But moreover, I just have a little shrine in here dedicated to this year and this Super Bowl, LIX. And I'll never forget it. That's why I'm so passionate and so upset about this curse, is because I want to do that all over again. I'll tell you this, and KJ and I looked at each other after the parade. We were getting to say goodbye to each other. I'm like, all right, man, like, thank you. It's been a great season. And I'm like, hey, like, I have never been this tired in my life, but in a good way. Like, I feel fulfilled, but damn, I am tired. And I think a lot of people would want an off button with that. Whereas me, KJ, Jack, Dennis, all of us at 302 Birds, we're like, bring it on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know the other part of the song, but the point is, like, bring it on. We're ready. We want all that energy. We want that parade. We want the good vibes, because that might have been the best 2 weeks of my life. It was definitely the best night of my life, was Super Bowl 59 at the moment.
Some people don't have to get on a plane.
Hey, I think what we'll do this time is I don't know if I'll be in Philly because I got to do the interview thing. I might want to just have a mega party if that's the case and get everybody together somewhere. So stay tuned for that. But we got to get there first is the main
I was about to say, we got to get there first, Dolt. Let's not jump the gun.
We got to get there first. But that's all we got for you guys tonight on 302 Birds. Want to give our guy Dennis a huge shout out and thank you for joining us. Dennis, appreciate you, man. Please let the people know where they can give you a follow, too.
At Dennis302 Sixers, covering all your Sixers needs with KJ. Hopefully doing something here soon with y'all. Yeah. And then, of course, you guys may not know, but your boy might be getting back in the squared circle soon. So stay tuned.
Florida wrestling.
Get ready.
Wrestling.
Lay that smackdown, baby.
Certain people at,
Well, we will need some security this year at the tailgate as KJ's going to be more popular with the interview. So if anybody tries to put their hands on KJ, just know Dennis 302 Sixers is coming for you.
Death by tush push.
I love it.
Pretty cool.
That is a good shirt. Dennis, we appreciate you, brother.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, bro.
Merry Christmas.
But that's all we got for you guys. Keeping it a little bit more light tonight. It is the off season. Don't have too much else to talk about. Jack, KJ, you guys got anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
It looks like the Phils right now, we are still tied at the top of the 9th. So it's 1-1, and it looks like this game will probably be going to extra innings. But the Phillies have a chance to maybe win this game, or win this series. So we'll see what happens. So Thompson, don't screw this up. In your home state of Canada. All right there, Mr. Thompson.
Yeah, no, I got nothing. Without further ado, Josh is not here. He's doing the 9 for 9 for 9 at the Blue Rock Stadium. 9 dogs, 9 innings, 9 beers. I think he just texted me.
Yeah, how's he doing?
9 dogs, 6 beers.
He did it.
Yeah,
wow.
No, he didn't do it.
Still got 3 more beers.
But he's driving home, so he's probably not going to get the other 9.
He probably shouldn't be driving with 6 beers. Oh, God.
It was, the game's still going on right now. Anyway, without further ado, I love you guys.
Love you too.
It's not an outro. Fuck, I messed it up. It's not an intro. It's an outro. Hit that motherfucking outro.
Here we go. 302 birds. You know, stinks.